Tomes and Tales RPG presents Fight and Flight, an airship's adventure.
Everyone all ready?
Yeah.
And we return. So where we were was it was Sheppard and Tommy were in a room looking over a magical item that was palmed off by the blue Aarakocra to Sheppard. Playing around with it, they noticed that there was a symbol on the bottom of it that matches the treasure map. And Tommy pressed on it, and suddenly the crystal on the other end of what looks like a sort of wand lit up with a bright blue magical light. That's the one.
Look at it. Found a way to defeat Hiskin. Yeah.
PvP.
And you guys may go from there.
Yeah, I think the plan was to go get Ferret, right?
Yeah, good.
So, yeah.
Have a look at the map.
Where would Ferret be? Where I could find you?
I think she would be probably using her little tinkering tools to set up some sort of alarm system with like ball bearings on that door. So just in case
he tries to break out. So you'd be right there.
Watching, like...
So you'd be right there. Yes, the latch unlocks. Open the door. Look, Tommy looks like shit. Ferret.
Bruiser looks at you. That was quick, and then sort of nudges you.
I'm gonna use your third level power, and I'm gonna fucking beam gaze this bird out of the fucking air.
Hey, at least my enemies have opposable thumbs.
Wait.
The cat wanders past.
Yeah, Ferret, can you bring the map in? We think we have something.
Yeah, so she finishes up her tinkering and then she comes out.
I guess Hiskin's there, like, would you like to be in on this?
Of course I'm fucking gonna be in on this.
Yeah, you
sure you don't want to just stand outside the door and listen again?
Yeah, you voyeur.
Nah, next time.
Waits for you to enter, and then when all of us are in, I'll lock the door behind. And
alright. So
she'll hand over that to you guys.
Thanks. I'm gonna lay it on the table and do it over here. Everyone can see it. So when the blue one fell out of the sky, it handed something to me. It's got a little thing on it. It matches with that one. And if you click it, it makes a colour. So I was wondering, perhaps.
Hey! Hey!
It makes things, you see? Because little lines.
Oh, shit.
That means you can't
things.
see it without thing. Yeah.
But those lines light up.
They do.
Maybe
I think we found a path,
we
but
can
these I don't yet know about.
add to the notes and whatever
Yes, do you have a pen?
shows up on there.
Oh god.
This one feels important because it looks like a little route.
Directions.
Yes, so it goes the
Second one, so we'll go bop.
down to the center line.
That one's got a center line on it that's not on here.
It should have a center line.
So it goes to about there. Yeah.
And then
And then
along the
across
center
to the
line.
middle. Yep.
and then in that little spot.
In the middle
Halfway
here,
there.
like
It
right
goes
there.
down.
Yeah.
It looks like someone drew a dick on it.
Just waiting for you to say that. Keen observation.
What is that?
Glorious perception.
It's been a little odd.
It looks like a little bone. I'll just do that.
Could be a line.
And what were the other symbols? There was other symbols.
So these two are that one and that one. So those.
So that one's the
circle.
So as you,
this
glide
one's a
the
triangle,
light
yeah.
over top of the map, it reveals what looks like a path through that lower
I thought
area
it
of
was
actually
that
where
one.
you might, possibly go. Then the rest of those alchemical symbols that are along the bottom
water.
are also sort of labelled towards each of these other larger images.
There's the crescent moon silver on the bottom of the
Yes,
directions.
underneath it there. Cthulhu with a knife. in
The
his
blood,
head.
the dead squid thingy is blood.
He's. Yes.
Yeah.
Blood.
They got the.
Moon, circle,
Circle.
math symbol.
That's
Yes.
he has no idea what he's looking at.
The symbols here.
I'll have you know, right?
Yes.
And then
Oh,
what
here's
symbol?
filled in
That entire thing's just filled in.
wherever there's a spot.
Wait.
Is there anything on the?
Which
So, just to understand what that map's looking like,
Mhm.
is that... Does Tommy get the idea they look like stars, or is that water?
I was thinking constellations.
Both. What you would get
See
looking at
the
that
moon?
is there's like waves in water and then a constellation and stars and a planet on the
Does
top.
anybody recognise that constellation? What time of year it is? Whereabouts we need to be?
Could I perhaps make a history check?
You can make a history check.
Can I go off survival for
No.
navigation wise?
Yep.
And then, yeah, if this is the island, that must be like a little island we've got to get to.
Oh, so
That's a
remind me again, what's
17.
this? With this
17.
layout
So yeah,
here?
with that
So
bottom
this
part,
is the
what you're
island that
seeing is
that
essentially it's
we're
like
going to.
south,
And then these are supposed
southwest,
to be.
southeast sort of thing,
Is
like,
this in
and
that
then like
direction
smaller little
lines?
sections in between each.
There must
and
be
it-
like paths.
You're
like,
reading
where
that
we
as
leave.
Yeah,
follow
so go
this
down
trajectory until you hit
across
this
and-
point.
Yes, we're trying to get
And
to
there's, you know, with it, when you
Maybe
look,
down
there's
here.
small
So we're going
islands.
south.
So
but-
essentially you want to be going this way
But
till
then
you hit
also
this
we've got
island,
some-
straight across till you hit this island, and then straight down to the final island.
Yeah, okay.
and then-
So that is a path for the ship to
That's-
follow.
So, and the,
But
the symbols are odd. So this
constellation
one's silver.
wise, not recognisable in any form?
Yeah.
No.
Salt.
Salt water,
Salt water.
and then copper.
Copper.
Salt,
No, that's copper and gold.
Oh, gold.
And silver. Copper, gold, silver. Okay. Fuck me. I feel like this map's like just opened up more questions than it's solved.
Well,
Said he doesn't know what he did.
I wonder why that bird had this and why they gave it to us. Well, I suppose we know why they gave it to us. I wonder where they got it from.
And that was my question. Is where did Blue find it? And they've given it to us
How much effort other
So
block
would you
gonna put in to try and find
to
it.
get it
do you
back.
just understand something, or are you able to speak to him, like question him?
Oh, I can speak.
Oh, so you can question him.
Yeah. Should we go and torture him?
Yeah, let's do that. Alright, before we torture him though, I think
Oh.
we should get we'll do that in patience.
I don't want to wait.
You've got mum.
We'll put some questions together or something so we're going in with at least some kind of idea of what we're gonna do, right? Look a bit organised in front of the guests before you break his toes.
And I think
I can break his toes.
I'll crush his fucking head.
When we're finished.
and I think maybe we shouldn't let. Like, he might not be aware of any of this information, so we shouldn't let slip
Question him
any
directly about this.
information.
Listen about Blue.
So, question about that, but maybe not
Mhm.
say much about the map, because then you'll know we've got a map.
Ask him about symbol on the end of it. You can ask him about the light up crystal. If anything else on it means anything. Like, these kind of look like snakes to me, but that might just be aesthetic, you know?
and where he got it from.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if he's willing to talk, we can ask him if he's where he came from originally.
What he knows
Why
about
are they
any of
looking
this.
for it?
And yeah, and what else they know.
Never engage with
What
which
you
threat
getting?
they are in this race. Alright.
I'll have you roll a history check, Ferret.
I can try and make can't understand it, so that'd be your job.
What, 10?
He looks awfully pleased with the concept of breaking some fingers and toes.
Yes. Got plenty to go around.
I think we're ready to go harass this guy.
Yeah.
Alright. You can do it also.
He's already going.
Alright.
Like an overexcited fucking emu.
Yeah. You best believe. He's all legs.
All leg. Those things go on forever. Oh no, there's stuff right there. We will exit. I'll unlock the door, and I guess we'll go ask Bruiser to get out of the way so we can get in there.
Lets you straight through. Opens up the door.
Thanks, Bruiser.
Upon seeing him, I'm going to try for detect thoughts again.
Mhm.
So it's a DC 13 on his.
Also, just cheekily, I'm actually going to slip a gold piece to Bruiser. I'd be like, if you hear him shuffling a little bit, just let it happen.
He fails.
Yes. All right. Just bird noises.
Just bird noises.
Okay.
You get like the sense of angry, like him looking around trying to find some way he can use to escape.
Angry squawk in subtitles.
Okay, I'll try and cast a suggestion spell on him. So it's another DC 13 save.
Saves.
Okay. I'll keep focusing on him. But would suggestion was something along the lines like, I suggest you tell us the full truth as to what you know. Would that work as a suggestion?
What is the phrasing of suggestion?
I believe
focus-
suggestion's one word.
Or is that command?
No,
That's command.
Command.
Suggestion.
Oh.
You can
I forget there's two of them.
Yes.
wet your pants. That's
Yeah.
what I want.
Yeah, we yourself.
Piss yourself.
Piss yourself.
Just piss, that's one word.
Urinate.
There you go.
Piddle.
What was the
I miss my days.
critical role in the new one? FAP?
I don't have the suggestions this in my item explanation. It doesn't tell me anything with suggestion.
Hang on. Let's do one of these ones.
Well, he passed anyway.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking
But
for future.
for future, we'll, yeah.
This is like an action. This takes 6 seconds.
I do got one thing. That's
Limited to one sentence or two.
Then yes, that would be fine.
Sweet. It's alright.
Yeah, it's having a stroke.
Oh, fair enough.
That's what I get for buying his round of milk. It's alright.
Oof, yeah. Then yes, absolutely what you were saying would.
Alright. I'll try that again a little later then.
Does anyone have any, like above table? Does anyone else have any game plans about getting info out of this? Because I've got some funky stuff that can like just give you advantage on whatever you want to do.
I was just going to start breaking fingers and asking questions.
Instantly, you can hear that he's just cursing you guys out.
Yeah.
Bitch slap that man.
No, he seems to... Like, he's cursing us out something chronic. But it's like he's counting and keeping a tally of how many times he curses the group out. He's
How
just
high
keeping
can
a
you
tally.
count? What's your intelligence?
It's -1. He's probably got...
You lose count because he's doing it so quickly.
When did I lose count?
Like 63.
Beautiful! We love that! I don't know what Aarakocra's anatomy is, but surely 63 bones exist.
Oh yeah, they're very like light bones too. Lots through the
Yeah,
wings.
yeah. Not dissimilar to yours. I'm going to... Now, riddle me this. How's this guy looking as far as health? Yeah, without giving it away. Like, is he pretty fucked up?
No, pretty
I
fine.
don't
Excellent.
think we
I'm
really
gonna...
No.
Yeah, fuck this guy. I'm going to need him to make an intelligence save for me, please.
I crushed a bird through a cage.
It's fucking terrifying to think about.
17.
Isn't it?
He is going
And I think
to
it's
save.
a bit of
Unfortunately, doesn't take any damage from that. So there's a split second where Tommy like creates a like telekinetic bubble inside his brain. But I think in his heightened state, it just doesn't land. And he's just like, break it.
Okay. So in bird screech, here is the translation for everyone.
Can you give us the bird screech first?
No.
Why don't you just do it subtly in the background?
You can, by all means, back me up here, but we all know that accents aren't my strong suit.
Starts cursing, it just sounds like a budgie yelling at you.
I should have brought my bird with me for this.
Verb.
Yeah, would have loved this.
Or
So, starting by, how about, instead of cussing us out, we stop and hear what we have to say first. He's just going to try a nice, simple first warning, essentially.
good guy, Hiskin.
Does anybody have any ability to like sense magical shit or detect anything magical? Drats, right?
Goes quiet and just sort of stares you down, kind of looking up and down, realizing You can tell, just from the reading of the general thoughts, kind of the idea that there's not much I can do right now.
We have some questions. You can choose to answer them, and your stay will be so much more comfortable. Or you can refuse to answer them. And what we did to your friends up there seemed like nothing at all. First question. Gestures over to... You're fucking dicking around with it. You broke it!
Did you just take out the magical batteries?
No, it still lights up.
What's this, and why do you want it?
Roll an intimidation check.
Does he get advantage for everyone else standing there menacingly?
Could I give
Please.
help action?
Please?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm still tickling that inside part of his brain because I was like, your fucking cerebral cortex will be mine.
I'm in his head as well.
Help action is a
Advantage.
advantage.
Yeah, and I
fuck.
can do Flash of Genius to be
That was a 19. I'm keeping it.
Yep, okay. Also a +3.
And +3. Oh, fuck. It's 21.
22.
21.
19?
21.
Oh,
I've got a
you're
neg
so
one.
fucking right.
I've got a neg 1 to
You're so
intimidation.
fucking right.
Yeah, okay. You've successfully intimidated. You get the feeling that Sheppard can see in his brain is straight away, like the puff feathers sort of just come back down. What do you want?
What is it? Why do you guys want it?
The captain sent us for it. That blue one took it.
Come on. You gotta know more than that.
We stole that from some museum.
Okay. He actively looks and then looks back.
There's a
What's
map
it
that
for?
goes with it.
Yeah? Just for a map. Lights out. Is that all it's for?
Let's see how much he knows. There's legends of something lost that could change the game for anyone that traverses the skies.
Like what? And he's just gonna keep pushing and pushing.
We don't know.
Then
The legends just say that those who find it can rule the skies.
in your captain. What was his name again?
Bloodwing.
I was gonna think of something worse. But yes. So he wants it for himself. So what happens to all you and your crew?
What's best for the captain is best for the flock.
So if he's selfish enough to keep it all for himself,
He takes care of the flock. And the flock take care of him.
okay.
But he's strong enough to take what he wants.
And how close are you guys to finding this legendary treasure?
He goes like really coy and shy. You can feel no idea.
Can I try for the suggestion again?
Yep.
Sweet.
So we need to find out more about the
Save
legend.
Save DC 13.
What the legend actually says.
Fails.
Yes! Cop that, you stupid bird.
So yeah, once again,
Fucking green.
really suggest you tell the truth right now, all the truth that you know, just everything. It's really the only way you can help yourself.
He sort of like sits up, a bit confused, look at his face. And the rest of you hear. And what you hear is, well, Gull and Squawk were hooking up, and then it starts like gossiping about his crew.
Oh, God, fucking
Just gives you like this over the like. He's taken the suggestion and is attempting to get away with just saying everything he knows about the irrelevant points of
But
his ship.
eventually he's going to run out of irrelevant points.
How long are you willing to sit? He can gossip.
Instead, he pulls that dagger that he had before. Granted, he never stabbed it with it, so he doesn't.
We don't care about OSHA here.
And it's just to that little fleshy bit that's underneath the beak. It's back here. And he holds it there and he goes,
Giblet or whatever they call it.
no,
I think it's a giblet. Yeah, you're right, a giblet.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
Or gizzard.
gizzard.
King lizard and gizzard wizard.
Yes. I need you to be a bit more specific.
Ask and I will tell.
Everything you know about your legend. Recite it if you will.
He'll go into a bit of detail about going over to the mainland, raiding a facility that was turned out to be a museum, taking that treasure, a few books and scrolls and other magic items while they were there, but being caught off guard by a selection of dwarves, one of which stole a map that they were trying to take as well that was in the same area, and managed to get away after some injury. Then, following from port to port, a tabaxi that they believe ended up with the thing they wanted. Whilst they then were coming through the, off their way from that, they started attacking airships because they were unsure which ship the tabaxi had ended up on, which is what you guys came across. And in amongst this, the blue Aarakocra that was a part of their crew had a change of heart and stole one of the magic items out from under them, which you guys ended up with, and tried to escape during the battle with this other ship. The flock then went after them, and that's when you guys came into contact. They don't know anything more about the legend other than there's ancient ideas of a green-skinned people that brought a power to this land that would allow people, its finder, to rule the skies.
And where is your captain steering your crew next?
After you. You didn't get us all.
Of course. But that just means more good junk for us.
Cannibal.
I'm a cannibal, you see.
50%.
And they call us the bad guys.
Please tell me I can cook this guy.
Give it a minute.
Hiskin takes a moment. He's kept his knife there, but he recites everything that's been given to him to confirm. Is there anything else you want to ask?
Roll me a dex saving throw.
I knew I should.
19.
Yes.
He's broken free of his ropes and goes to grab at your knife, but you pull it back before he manages to get it.
Can I beam gaze this prick?
You can do whatever you like.
So his eyes flare white, and from his eyes, full Cyclops from X-Men, just two like lasers come out of his fucking eyes. Need to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
12?
That is a failure. Whoa, don't you dare fly away from me. 9 plus 9 is
18.
18 plus 7.
25.
25 points
Got
of
math
force
over here.
damage. Because he failed, and the target's. I'm going to make. You know what? He's in a tiny room. He's not going to get far. All attack rolls against him are made with advantage for the next minute.
I think the only sort of information you can give us now that we don't already have is how big the flock is, like what we're actually dealing with.
Okay.
That's good.
How much is this guy
Fake
still
vision.
kicking after being beaten?
He fucking went to get up and shot him.
Well, that didn't hurt him. That just gave you guys all advantage. So he's still.
Motherfucker.
So that was an 18 to hit, and I'm gonna pluck out his eye with my dagger.
Ooh.
Yeah!
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, now we're pirates. Now we're pirates.
That hits.
Um,
Roll some damage, and I'll say he's half blinded.
good.
Fuck your depth perception in particular. Good sir.
No, I don't want to accidentally kill him.
Oh, I've got to roll my manifestation for that.
9.
9 points of damage.
I took a strain.
And while he's retracted the knife, eyeball on there. He says, "I warned you once. I won't warn you again."
I get 3. Oh, I get 3 strain for that because I failed.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Straight away just drops to the ground. And more cursing.
Last chance. How big is the flock?
How long does suggestion last?
You check.
I'll bring
It
back.
just says while focusing on the creature with attack,
Okay.
because you can use an action to cast it. It doesn't have anything
Yep, so-
about.
Cool.
Duration.
You can maintain it.
It'd just be the same as the spell, I think, which I think is concentration for an hour.
Concentration.
Yeah. Looks up. We're always growing.
Now. How big are you now?
Starts sort of like trying to count. It's like
Carry the one.
there's like 15 in the crew.
Is that including the ones we took out?
Does that include the ones we murdered?
Yeah.
Good to know.
Roast chicken?
I gave you what you want.
I never said you wouldn't die.
With
Yeah.
that, he's gonna like attempt to tackle you.
Tommy is going to just click and light him on fire.
Oh, so he's gonna go for the tackle.
Fuck you, dog.
19 plus 2 for like a grapple. So
Contested.
contest that.
You can use your dex or your strength. Whatever's better for you.
What was his again?
20.
Yeah, he got me this time.
Yeah.
I only got an 11.
So he's going to attempt to sort of grab you and sort of use the knife that you were holding out to hold back to yourself and almost like hold you like a hostage and try and edge towards the door.
Oh, okay. Then I'm not going to do... God, you're just doing all the good shit that's just getting me fucking riled up.
Just let me out.
And what happened then? Think logically. Use your brain.
You hear.
Yeah. I think I'll look to Hiskin and be like,
Parroting. Parroting,
Tell
but
him-
in common.
tell him if he still wants to be able to use his windpipe, he needs to let you go.
Now, was parroting an intentional bird pun there?
Yes. Look, I wouldn't take these threats lightly. You saw what I did to you. Oh, not for much longer.
I just want to live.
I just want
Fuck the flock. Let me go.
How badly do you want to live?
Pushes the knife closer up against you.
It's not where that's been.
What if you worked with us against the flock instead? He's just kind of doing one of those like side points.
I can't take on the captain.
You don't have to.
None of you should.
He kind of chuckles.
Just let me go. And he tries to edge towards the door again.
I'm waiting for you. I need to know what you like when you go now, because obviously he can't speak common. So if you go, he's done. I'll just fucking go him. So
The only chance of you walking out of here alive is agreeing to continue to work with us.
Roll a strength check for me.
Yep.
Or a dex save. You can choose.
Can I do a strength save? Is that
No.
No.
appreciate the hustle.
Yeah, look. 12.
12. He hurls you at the other 3. You can all make strength checks.
Oh, why would you do that?
You should release 1,000 ball bearings into this room. Just
Everyone dies today.
don't need feet anymore. Fuck your ankles.
Fuck me.
Check.
Check or saves?
Oh,
Check.
fuck.
Saves, actually.
Jesus.
Because you're having this barbarian birdman thrown at you.
Well, I guess he's gonna run to the hallway and Bruiser is right there, so he's not gonna get very fucking far.
On top
Oh,
of that,
nothing.
I am light boned.
Nine.
It's
I'll
a specific thing.
Telekinetically hurl you.
I rolled a 9.
9.
Yeah,
I mean, 10, sorry.
You guys are like bowled over, and he's going to attempt to like sort of fly up a little bit and try and get through.
There's no way he'd get through that door though, surely. He's gonna get opportunity attacks up his ass, like literally.
Bruiser, watch
Well,
the door!
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I'll allow you to share.
But it
So he
might-
does. He manages to like clamber over top of you guys and go for the door, and come out to. Whack! And just smacked across the like with the broadside of the axe. Bruiser just.
Oh,
Punched him back in.
sandwiched him. Excellent. Can I please crush this guy's windpipe now?
That's definitely.
He's not knocked down, but he just got thwacked. You guys have got enough time to get up in this time now and have, yeah, you can throw something. He's in the hallway at the moment, right next to Bruiser, and you guys are sort of like in the doorway.
How's he looking as far as health? Is he looking kind of singed up and burnt?
A little bit.
Alright, cool.
He's
Fuck
still
it.
doing pretty well.
I can take the risk. I can take up to 11 strain, so I'll be fine. I'm going to do Kinetic Crush and manifest it as one order higher, which means the risk goes up, but I get another 2. I get 2 strain again. So let's just go 1, 2. I've now got 1 in everything. But even on a failure, I believe I can still manifest the power. You manifest, yeah. I need him to make a strength saving throw, please.
4.
Fucking oath, 4d8. Cop that, you feathered
Ooh.
fuck. 6, 7, no, 10, 11, 16 points. Oh,
He's now
That's
bloodied.
exactly half.
So he's still up, but he's hurt.
He also can't move until the start of his next turn.
Oh, okay.
So,
So-
I get bowled over. Bruiser fucking snaps this dude. I sit up and just like the Force, you know, when Kylo Ren catches the bolt as he goes to sprint, just grab him and like start squeezing this fucking windpipe in so he can't move.
Please let me take out the other eye.
Yeah,
Please
you
let me take out
can.
the
You can
other
all
eye.
have like one turn before he gets to.
This is war crimes.
Yeah!
That's a 19, and because I've got allies nearby, technically it's
Yep.
sneak attack.
Yep.
Yes! I fucking love sneak attack.
He's like, God, my fucking go. So, just to let you guys know, I have disadvantage on strength and dexterity checks. I cannot take the disengage, dash, or dodge actions, and I have disadvantage on wisdom and charisma checks. That's what my strain.
Rough, buddy. That's
Yeah.
a lot of
Now,
things.
granted, when we rest, I can actually use my hit die to get rid of it. So, instead of getting hit points back, I can actually take strain off.
You need to take a nap.
I do need a nap.
20.
Sheppard,
20 damage.
I need a nap.
What did you do?
Take out his eye. His other eye.
So you kind of come running out with your knife, grab him by the shoulder. You're like, yeah, that's it. You go to hit the other eye, but you go a little bit deep,
Oh!
and just the wings just go limp.
Nice. 2 eyes.
They shish kebab on them. And you've just murdered him.
Well, there goes that.
I tried. He wouldn't join us. Bastard didn't like the plot.
Yeah.
Warned us about the captain.
Good to know. Say anything specific?
None of you should fight. He does this in a really mocking way.
It's very vague.
so tough.
He's so tough. We're all scared of him.
I mean, seeing how quickly he got taken out. So, you know, moderation.
That's, Ferret's like, it's just made this realization, like, oh. She's like, we could have used the captain to our advantage. Because now they know that the map is on this ship. So we could have convinced him that we have no idea about map, or that it had been stolen already.
You didn't pull out that map during combat, did you?
No, but they, after a tabaxi, they know that there's a tabaxi on this ship.
Yeah.
So if we convinced him that we don't have the map anymore, maybe they wouldn't be after that.
Something tells me the only way they'd be convinced that we don't have that map is if they killed everyone on deck.
Or if they had the map in their hand.
Tore our ship apart for it. And honestly, even if they did have the map in their hands, I think they'd do that anyway.
Why can't we copy it? Excuse me.
I mean, we can make copies of the map. It's probably a good
We
idea.
can. We just don't want it falling into anyone else's hands.
No, we'll change it.
Oh, like a fake map
Yeah, we change
with
it
the
and
wrong
give it back to them.
information. That's a great idea.
Flip some things upside down.
Yeah. Just rearrange it all. So like you put that over there, you put this one
Oh,
down
that's a
in that
great
corner.
idea.
Was the captain the big seabird? One that was like a seagull?
I think he was their lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
Not
Good
their-
to know. good
not
to know,
their
good to know.
captain.
He's
He didn't have a silly hat.
Could you imagine? Oh, no.
We didn't have a silly
I was
hat,
gonna make
huh?
a joke and I was gonna go back and use this. Do you imagine if we
What's
see
the
the
hat looks
if
at
the
you?
captain
What's
is
the
just
hat
like
looks at
it's
you?
now a copper, but it's just like
Stylish.
a giant fucking emu?
Oh,
It's a green emu wars all
I
fucking
wish I'd
over
made that mini.
No arms. How does he? It's like Rayman, where he's just got floating hands but no arms.
Like little chickens. You see the thing you
Yeah.
put on chickens? Yeah. How many that we fought got away? It was just the colourful one?
Just the one.
Just the one.
2.
Two.
Got
Was
two,
this
I
the
believe.
big white one as well? Was
No,
it?
the
No,
one.
No, sorry, yeah,
He
one was
died
the like.
because he came back.
suplex.
Yep. Just the one, the colourful one got away.
And he's probably seen enough to give them the information that they need to come after us.
But how do you... Look, what I'm saying is, do you think that they're actually still moving, or do you think they're waiting for their recon to come back and then they'll start moving? Because if we're just powering forward, we're going to be a whole day ahead of them by the time they get back to
100%
moving.
we should be moving. But what I mean is that if, like, given enough time, the reconnaissance doesn't come back, they will be moving anyways.
Can this bad boy move any faster than this?
This ship's notably slower than most other ships.
Oh, great, it's a bridge.
Is there,
It's
there a way
bulky
we
and
could,
big and strong, but not the fastest ship out there.
See
Is there
everything
any
that's supposed to
conceivable
now.
way we could like disguise it and make it look like different shit somehow?
So what you know from airships, and I'll say you guys as well, just from your own history, you've never seen an airship like this that doesn't use the wind to power it, like with sails to move it in a direction. Like classic airships either have like a big balloon with some kind of jets or like sails on the top. So they use the elevite to float up, but then the sails use the wind to actually move. You know that Tulip has developed a special gravity well engine that can twist the way that elevite works to propel the ship in any direction. So this ship is a lot more maneuverable than a lot of other ships. It can be made to move in any direction, but it is slower.
Okay.
Right. It's
So we just go figure out which way the other ships be going and just like trying to get off the course that they would be able to follow with the winds.
Do you know if we're nearby land anywhere where there could be like masses, something like 12 pulses but bigger, where we can try and maneuver through and lose them, knowing that our ships will maneuver through
Like VFR, like visual flying reference, where we can get into the mountains and stuff.
You two have been on ships a lot, so I'll have you both roll history checks.
Okay. My history's not bad.
I'll allow you to add your proficiency because this is about like traversing the ocean, which you guys have done a lot of on your
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Where's my proficiency bonus? There.
Top.
8. 15.
So both of you know that there's not very many islands in this area south, but there are a lot of random things sort of scattered throughout. So you might be able to find some areas if you go down really low to the ocean level. But I'd say, particularly with the Dirty 20, you probably know you're safer in the clouds.
Yeah, it's fair.
Because you'd be going down in the open, down on the ship, on the sea level.
I guess we just go figure out which direction we're going.
Well, we've got a.
Or we still
How
just
are
set
we
it
on the trajectory of the map at the moment, where we've been travelling?
So, on the map, with this one, I'll use a sketch. See, there's a couple little islands down here.
Yeah.
You guys just passed over one of the major ones there that looks like it's the point that everything traverses out of. So essentially, it's the start of what the new map you've found.
So we'd be able to line up our orientation to that pathway fairly
Yes.
quickly. Right.
Is Tulip our pilot? Technically?
No, the captain.
Oh, the captain's the pilot.
Okay, Tulip.
I will look to Ferret specifically because Ferret has a bit more nuance for the group and go, I think this is something that we need to take to the captain. don't tell the rest of the crew, because now the more people that know, they're going to be targets, they're going to be taken hostage, and then we're fucked.
While needs to take them to the captain, I think it would be a good idea for us to at least make a copy, so whoever holds it has both. And in an attempt, say someone gets cornered, give them the fake map. That way, they're off your case.
Even if it's an exact replica, they're not going to.
Oh shit! I'm proficient in navigator's
they
tools.
need.
I just thought about that.
Beautiful.
Could I?
So am I.
Yeah.
Would navigator's tools fall under? What would that fall under for using that though?
What do you mean?
I've never used navigator's tools in a game. I don't, because you know, like a thieves' kit, sleight of hand, all that sort of shit.
Let me have a look.
Yeah, I'm a quick. D&D help me.
I'll say that you guys are capable of navigating maps based on what information you've got there. You can figure out the net
Because I want to
the
see
way
if I can
go.
make a check to.
Yeah.
And with the tinkering, could I maybe jimmy up a fake map that still lights up,
Gives them the
but we just scramble all the information?
Who's going to draw the original map? I'm going to have a series of tests here.
Yeah, that's fair.
So the first
What would it be?
can be everyone can roll a investigation check looking for a material that matches.
Ooh, 18.
12.
So the 18, you come across a small tarp or something from that corner of a room. It's laid over some boxes that pretty damn close match.
Yeah, that'll do.
Next, who would like to make the sleight of hand check to attempt to copy it?
I've got +1,
I've got +6.
Oh.
but I've got navigator's
How
tools.
much do we have? How much of it? Just that size?
Probably enough for a couple of attempts.
Shall we
I'm
go?
pretty good, yeah. I'm pretty tricky. Give it a go.
Would you allow me to give the help action to one or both of them using my nav tools to try and
This
make
is
it
just
piece
to
for piece?
copy.
Yeah.
This isn't about making navigation or anything like that. This is literally just a sleight of hand to.
I was like,
Only one person
maybe I
can
can
do
use
the
my compass
sketching.
to make it exactly the same.
Sleight of
Mine
hand.
looks like doo-doo.
24.
24. Yours looks immaculately close. So we've got one that looks pretty rough, one that looks.
He scratches it up.
Oh, it was nice. We could have pinned it on the fridge.
No.
What's
He's
the fridge?
embarrassed.
We could have pinned on the icebox.
Yeah, there's an icebox out back. They're cheaper as shit.
Okay, true.
The cook picks it up, goes and pins it on the wall.
I love you, Daddy.
Finally, I'd like you to make an Arcanum check to see if you can somehow make something that works to do this glowing effect.
Oh.
Is that a nat 1?
I got +6.
You think you've done something that looks great, and then you go and you grab the glow stick, and the whole thing just is bright glowing. It's just seeped through the whole thing. It's just
Okay.
That's fine. Nobody's gonna know. And they're not gonna have the
So,
pen.
yeah, at initial glance at this thing, it looks like a pretty damn close match. You guys might, you've got to kind of tear a little special corner so you can tell which one's the real one. But as soon as you hit it with the magic, the wand of revealing thingy, it's just a mess.
Look, it'll buy us some time at least.
Do you think?
I might think it's part of it.
It's true.
I mean, if we're gonna need the magic thingy again, then obviously this is a terrible idea. But if we destroy it, no one will be able to read the map besides the notes we already have from it anyway.
I think destroying it might be a last-ditch effort. I'm not against the idea, but we might need it later on. In which case, it really bite us in the ass to ruin it. Yeah.
Right.
But no, it's good thinking. We'll definitely keep that in mind. Right. Captain?
Captain.
Yeah, we'll go to the captain.
So you guys make your way up, and he's sort of in an inside room on the second deck, looking out of the glass window at the front. Yes, 100% just like that.
Hands behind his back. You know it too.
Yeah.
Absolute wanker.
Yeah.
This fucking
The
wanker.
cravat.
Oh, hello.
we'll shut the door to make sure it's just us four, and then the captain.
His hand goes onto the pistol. He's just like...
I'm
Captain.
flattered.
No. Oh god, throw that. We have something that we think you need to see. And it just needs to be between us here, collected. You're a pervert. Shut up.
Dirty, dirty mind.
I'm gonna start calling you KFC because you're a dirty bird.
Inspiration.
Yoink.
Go on, ignore me.
I let Hiskin cry, and I'll look to Ferret to offer up. They are your notes, so I don't want to take that away from you.
Well, I think Sheppard might have it at this point because you've got the.
Yeah, you can explain it better than I probably
It's a
could.
group project.
I think yeah, if we just show him
Alright, so
like
the bluebird that died on deck split this to me before the rest of them got there. Have a look. So,
and then we can even hand him sort of.
You see this boyish grin come across his face. He puts his hands on the other side.
the joys of the innocence.
Treasure map. And he's like, all claws go into the table. He's like, yes.
Shep is trying very hard to maintain respect for this person. So yeah, I don't understand the means exactly of how it lights up, but it's revealing something on the map. This looks like a course I think we should be on now. It leads to a point, we don't exactly know what's at the point, I'm sure you're taking a guess. But as to what's exactly there, we don't know, nor have we pieced together what all the symbols around them mean.
The captain has like a loud whistle. And
Buddy.
Ow. Headache.
Yep.
Yeah, Tommy's nose is bleeding, by the way, as well. Like profusely out one nostril.
Brutal. And Archie comes in
Fucking tampon.
and opens up the door. Yes, Captain.
Archie.
So
My Archie.
Archie's your navigator and, second in command of the ship. We've got a course. All right, just point me in the direction. And essentially, without showing him the map, gives him the basic, all right, we're heading, south-southwest till we hit
This point.
this point. And it might be hard to tell with the detail with how much light we're there. There is a island that looks like where that point is, that is the shape of a crescent moon. So he explains that to him to head down in that direction, and then new bearings will be given to him.
Right, okay.
Archie knows of this particular island from things in the past and tells you all it'll take about a week to get there.
A week.
So you all have a week of downtime. If there's anything you'd like to do in that time, otherwise you'll just be working the ship, keeping things clean.
I want to ask anybody who would have any idea around stars and constellations and navigation stuff, if they recognize anything from those symbols, the location of the moon and the stars and the waves, if that rings any bells.
So
That's what I was going to ask as well.
first things that come up would be Archie and the captain, being they're the ones that kind of run the ship and are the navigator. So you can choose to approach either of them throughout your journey.
And just reiterate that question, do you recognize anything around these constellations?
Who are you going to first?
I'll go to the captain first.
The captain looks over it and pulls out, goes over to a cupboard in his little private quarters office and pulls out
Sure.
star charts. Nothing that is in any of his records match these constellations.
Interesting. I'll go to Archie next because he had an idea around the island, so he might have an idea around this.
Give me here's a look. Oh, nothing I've ever seen.
Interesting.
You could go. What's the name?
Maybe something in my brain.
Could go talk to Asta. She likes the stars. That was the healer.
Yeah, alright. When I go to ask the healer, I put together a thing and make it look all pretty. And be like, I've had an interest in stars. I found this one a little while back. And I was like, thought maybe you'd like to have a look at it, see if you understood anything. I've been trying to piece together where it might be. I just think it'd be so nice to see it.
She looks you. Are you just you talking to her at this moment, or have you gone with anyone else?
Anyone else can come with me. I do not mind.
At this moment, Tommy is not with you. He's working.
She kind of pulls you aside and looks you like deep into your eyes. We're of similar blood.
Yes. It's funny, you're the first person I've seen that's like that. What do you know of it? I don't know that much.
We come from a certain heritage, blessed with magic,
Interesting.
from the celestial family tree.
Shit.
You've got a little bit of God in you.
That's a revelation.
What did you need from me?
Show the stars again. Have you ever seen something like this?
Looks at them like real deep. And then grabs out a sheet of paper and sort of starts to sketch some like constellations. And holds up a picture and she's like, this is what we see from down here. This is the same constellation from the other side. I think what you're looking at is what we see, but from a different point of view.
You've seen from that point of view?
I've been shown a few visions from higher places.
Intriguing. Who?
Grabs out some more star charts and things,
Yeah.
and finds a particular set and says, like, sort of lays out a few potions and things on a table as the like star charts from what people on Miros draw, and then sort of shifts them around to be on a different angle, and they almost match that. So it looks like something from, you know, it's some star signs or star constellations that are out there on this plane, but from a different perspective than what we see from our planet.
Can I ask, who was it that showed you these visions?
I'm not entirely sure.
It's very good to know. Thank you.
Anytime.
That's
I call that the tabletop gasp, where you're like, because you you think about it and you're like, hang on.
Sheppard's like, I have a question, but I don't feel like now is the time to ask it. And I feel I need more time to sit and ponder on this before I go there. It's more personal than it is about what's happening, so it's okay to leave that one. I'm like, okay. And then I shuffle off, perplexed. With this.
Anything else? Anyone else would like to do in this week of downtime? You can all give yourself full long rests and everything to recharge.
No more strains.
You know, over this time.
Tommy is having a bit of... So Tommy's not... You know, he's been on ships and stuff, but and he's got navigator's tools. But when it comes to like tricksy maps and stuff, you know, where it's like it's a little bit more puzzle. Like even though like intelligence is his highest stat, that's not what it is. It's his fortitude of mind for manifesting his powers. So the way he thinks of things is very different. But the thing that's been triggering his brain is now that we've seen the original copy of the map, and obviously we have all the symbols which we believe are like alchemy symbols. And then the hidden copy of the map, the symbols are in different places to where they are on the original map. And it's kind of, it's sitting on him for a bit. It's like, well, why? Why is every symbol now being articulated by a different, like, sub-symbol underneath? So he wants to go and find, do you have much skill? Would Ferret or Tulip be the best way to go, you think, for alchemy questions? Because you're an artificer, so you're, like, more machines and stuff, but, like...
It depends who you want to go talk to. Probably everything that Ferret has learned about those alchemy symbols has come from
Well, I'd probably
talking to Tulip.
Well, I'd probably go to
Maybe
Ferret
Tulip.
first because it'd be better for me to ask you, and then we can go together. Because I don't think Tulip's going to talk to me even after a week. So I'll go to you, and like lay like whatever notes we've got out, and be like, why are the symbols different here than what they are in here, in the good map, not the note map, like the sneaky one. And there's got to be more than like just what the pictures are drawn on here.
I need to draw some pictures.
Do you think maybe we could, like, do you know what, like, why these particular alchemy symbols are linked to these icons? Would maybe Tulip have a better idea?
Sure. I think Jorja would be the way to go. I mean, it makes sense. Copper, silver, gold would be together. How they come together, your guess really is as good as mine. Maybe Tulip would make more sense. Make more sense to them.
Okay, well, the concept of a flying halfling with long-range weapons terrifies me. So how about you lead this, and I'll walk behind you.
Yeah, I've been working with Tulip for a long time. Tulip's
Excellent.
people.
I seem to have this thing where everyone thinks I'm a wanker. So let's go. We'll go look for
Yeah,
Tulip.
we go find.
I
Yep.
wonder who started that.
You guys make your way into the engine room that you're very familiar with. You've not been in this room yet.
I
So
haven't.
sort of open this big metallic door to, yeah, well, it's not even like hot, but like you can feel this like crackle in the air almost.
Like static?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this big like silver, iron, copper sort of machine with its pieces. And like a tray in the front with like a viewing thing that's just blue glow is pouring out of. And Tulip's just tinkering away at it, keeping everything up to snuff. Oh, hello.
Julep, you know how we've been working on that map with all the alchemy?
Yes, it's a puzzle.
Well, we may have discovered the next step.
And like clear excitement, like her helmet's off at the moment too, so you can see like blonde curls and all that. And as she does, like little flowers almost sort of bloom in her hair with excitement.
Oh god.
And then so they'll produce the map and sort of show her the lights, and then also the notes that they've sort of made on top of it, and just see if anything registers.
So instant distraction by the tool, the wand, and straight away almost wants to start pulling and looking into figuring out what the wand is. Like this ADHD tinker is just like, what? This is cool, and starts really looking into that. They will be casting a variation essentially with like a little magic glasses thing they've got of identify on it.
Sick.
And essentially will reveal to you guys that this is a very custom-made wand of revealing.
Wand of revealing. Okay.
But not just like a regular, like, one, but it's this very special. Like this is ancient magics beyond something she's worked with herself.
Hmm. Okay.
And then
How can I help? This is fascinating.
That's a bit of information. That wand of revealing is old. Like old. It's been here for a long time.
And there are some elements in there, like what it's made of,
Like foreign elements.
do not recognize.
cool. And then I'll show where all the symbols are popped up in these parts that were down here, and see if that means anything to it.
She'll look over it, and let's roll for. Well, I guess the symbols on the bottom are just decoration, maybe a forewarning of what's going to come. Whereas the other revealed ones are more linking them to whatever each of these symbols represents. Without the linking, who knows how they would have applied, but now this actually gives context to where they might belong.
so we know where they belong. Or
Just
we
need to
don't.
figure out those other
I'm
symbols.
just gonna figure out what these correlate to.
I'm guessing this is why we have a heading now.
My belief is that when we get there, we're going to find a lot of these pictures in there. And now we've got ourselves, what do the kids call it? A cheat sheet. Yeah. Thanks for that, Philip. Appreciate it.
Anytime.
The engine, because you mentioned something about it. You mentioned something about it being static. What happens if Tommy was to touch it?
Fuck around and find out.
Is Tommy going to touch it?
I think you might, yeah, because he like obviously you know what static electricity feels like when you're like.
Are you being sneaky or are you
No,
just
I
reaching
think
out?
I'll kind of look at Tool and be like, can I?
As you reach out, like a tool comes up and just knocks your hand. Don't touch that! Unless you know what you're doing.
I don't. But that's the fun of it, isn't it? Okay.
If you touch the wrong thing, the ship could fall from the sky.
Aye.
This is my baby. This is what keeps us up.
What power's that bad boy?
You ever heard of Elevite?
Here and there.
It's the crystals hanging off the side of the ship. With enough magical charge, that stuff will send you flying up. With the right adjustments, we can use that propulsion in any direction. They call it a gravity well engine.
Nice tie. Nice. Good job. I'm like, who begins to walk out?
Can I see that cheat sheet real quick?
You may.
Thank you very much.
But yeah, I think.
And she grabs Ferret's hand.
Oh yeah.
It's nice to see you make more friends.
It's nice to have more people on the ship. If we survive it. It
Your
seems-
face goes a little what?
Yeah, even Tommy's like,
we've,
what?
it seems we've got a bit of a press on our heads now too.
Fantastic. Oh, well, back to work. Let me know if you need anything. Otherwise, I might give you a shout to give me a hand later.
Anytime.
During this week period, going to use any information that was gathered during that interaction with the flock already, and the number of crew that the flock apparently has, to help best prepare the ship and the crew for an oncoming attack from them in the future.
I'd say if we move these, he's up here helping move stuff
the
around.
entire ship in glass.
Bubble wrap.
Yeah, could we?
Reports claim they're falling out of cocker out of the sky.
You being the security officer with the navigator and
Yeah.
first mate up top, and then using Bruiser to help you shift some stuff around.
Go on, Bruiser.
You prep. You, I guess, probably can bring this thing back up on top.
Oh yeah,
Get
I
some-
forgot I threw that off there.
Get some more cannonball, like prep armaments everywhere. Make
Can
sure
we,
there's enough ammunition.
Can we construct something that so we could shoot like a net out of something like that as well as cannons, so we can
If
they're flying
you
towards us, we can
and-
just take them out of the sky.
If you and Tulip want to work on something over a couple of days, I'll have you roll 3 intelligence checks.
Just making like a giant ballista bolt with chains, so we like link up to other boats and reel those suckers in.
I can spike the chains.
So
Salt the
first one is trying to sort of
Requires
Yep.
4
So that's definitely. So you start by refitting one of the cannons. Are you just looking for like a regular one, or you want more of like one of these big boys that'll shoot up and drop something bigger?
I just
How big
think
are you trying to build this?
So when they start coming at us, we can just take them out, so they just
Yep.
drop from the sky. They
Like
start
those
to
grape
fly.
shot cannonballs that are stuck together with chains.
Yep.
Hell
Roll.
yeah.
Roll me another 2 intelligence checks.
Yeah.
Yep.
17 plus 3, 20,
Easy.
15.
15. You've got 5 net shots that you can fire from any one of these
Fuck
cannons.
yeah.
Essentially, say like you were saying, like a pile of cannonballs that will push in with a net behind them, and it'll just launch out. And
God, that's going to like above table. That's gonna shred these motherfuckers to pieces.
Do you
That's
have range
deadly.
attack?
I have a short bow.
Range?
I've got a crossbow.
you also have a pistol.
Yeah.
I don't know if I.
You got the pistol from.
As an artificer, I think you actually can use it.
Anyone can use it. It's just whether you get your
Your
proficiency
proficiency or not. I think the DM chooses, unless you're actually the gunslinger.
Yeah.
The other gun that he pocketed that was the +8, he's gonna offer.
Yep.
I think Okay, cool. Yeah, this one's just +6. Yeah, she'll take it.
I don't have enough hands. Gestures to the javelins, the greatsword, the
No shirt, only buttons.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, she
that's
kinda
what this
goes like
means.
this.
You also took a longbow off
It really
the
means
green
a lot.
guy.
She says something like that.
I don't know if anyone.
Can you use a longbow?
I can fucking try.
He's just
Oh, yeah, it
unhooking
says
shit.
optional bonus.
So
You're like the
it
guy
is
from
a
Atlantis
plus
that drops
one
all the weapons
longbow.
on the table.
Plus one longbow.
And here's a quiver. Look, they're disagreeing like that fucking idiot.
Oh, isn't that fun?
Is he still cooking downstairs? Did we kind of just leave his body there?
No,
what
you
they
didn't see it?
Cut to the chef with like plucking green feathers.
We're gonna have down for all the pillows. It's only gonna be.
Yeah.
And then at some point, Ferret will pull out that. She remembers she's got that platinum emblem and just sees if anyone
Oh.
What does it look like?
maybe has any idea.
Religion
she's not
checks.
very religious,
Religion.
but
Religion.
she thinks maybe
Oh,
someone
yeah.
on the ship may.
Oh, it's a natural 3.
Six.
Oh yeah, it's a 5!
None of
so
you
smart.
recognise the symbol.
What does it look like?
what about-
Not recognize?
would
Like, can we
Asta?
get that? Like,
She's
what it
pretty
physically
religious,
looks like?
isn't she?
It's above table. You're all going to recognise it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It
okay.
is the symbol of a bird's skull.
Fucking
Yeah, I
there
had
it
a
is.
fucking
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah.
Goddamn
Fucking knew it.
bird freaks, man. They're all into it. But Tommy, I don't know what this is, Russ. This
I don't
looks
know,
like-
man. I don't know. Looking in the mirror, looking at the emblem, looking in the mirror, looking at the emblem. Definitely not a bird thing.
Ever heard of a bird who like people who worship a god bird, a bird god, goddess bird?
The bird's the word.
It's fucking weird.
Bird,
isn't it?
bird, bird.
None of you know
Bird,
religion.
bird, bird, bird.
No.
Bird is the
Nah,
word.
Tommy grew up in an agnostic house.
That's
It's
canon.
technically
It's
rated.
completely
Can
throws
we
down.
ask Asta? Would she be
Sheppard
free up on
misses.
religion stuff?
I
Absolutely.
forgot. I keep forgetting that she's like the religious one.
I was gonna go.
Let's ask the cleric.
You guys go down, I guess, as a group.
Yeah,
I would, yeah.
I
Yeah.
come as well.
Oh, why did you come across this?
From one of our.
I refuse. I can't
Feminine
help it.
leaders.
I've had too much coffee.
It surprises me that they worship one of the greater deities, but this, hands back to you, is a symbol of the Queen of Corvus, the goddess of death.
You can't escape. You can't
Is there
escape it.
anything?
Like the original.
Is there anything significant? Like, would she? I guess Ferret would want to know, like,
I think it makes sense that they might have a bastardized version of a death goddess, or possibly they just liked that it was a bird skull. They could have stolen this from somebody. Without being able to talk to them, I don't know what their personal beliefs might be. She's one of the greater deities, though. One of the good ones.
so you might be dealing with a bird cult, essentially.
We could start a bird cult.
Hold on to that.
Ferret cults, yeah.
You never know when the insights of a god might be handy. Everyone roll an Arcana check.
Oh, I'm good at these.
That's a 5.
That's a 3. Swapsies.
21.
21.
I've got bonus most of
Yeah,
them.
it's 9.
You're welcome.
You feel like a shimmer of magic as it's handed back to Ferret on this. This is more than just a platinum ring. There's something a bit more.
That actually works good for me because as we go to leave, is it Asta? Sorry, wasn't it Asta? As we go to leave Asta, I actually wanted to speak to Ferret specifically. I rolled a perception check when we left the engine room to be cheeky to see if I could hear, and I got like 18. And I heard that line that Tulip said, "It's nice to see you making friends," and that's very peculiar to Tommy because I know that you work here. Like you've been on this boat, so that sounds weird to me. So as these two sing and bird as the word toddle off, I'll hang back and be like, if you don't mind me asking,
Don't get
why
jealous,
did
Shep.
That's okay. I got
Shit's
this.
not
What?
jealous, I promise.
why did Tulip say that about making friends? I thought you'd been here for a while.
Oh. Oh, well, I guess Tulips, we've spent a lot of time together, tinkering and whatnot, and haven't really been around the others that much. And when I first came aboard, someone very, very close to me had just died, so I really did recluse, I guess, more than I would have if I'd just be coming for adventure. That's how I got this map, actually. That dwarf that was mentioned before, that was my brother.
Oh.
And that's why I'm on this adventure, because I'm gonna find out what this is, so his death wasn't in vain. So I guess the tinkering sort of, that helped me take my mind of it. I didn't really, I wasn't that social when I got on board.
I mean, that's... Ugh. Well, first of all, sorry. That's rough. I haven't had anyone close to me pass away. Like, Sheppard's really all I have by this point. We've been friends for a couple of weeks. So, besides, you know, old mum and dad back home, but I kind of had to dip on them, so I get it, kind of being thrown into like the tail end of some bullshit.
And you see, I don't know if she's got a map at the moment, but when she's talking about Bear, the brother that passed away, you see she's kind of like touching the map, and you notice that it's actually got blood on it, and so she just sort of gets a bit lost in that for a minute.
Well, we'll find it. I know we will.
Yeah.
What are you, fuckface, Sheppard? The captain seems alright.
And yeah, if we've learned anything from that battle, we can handle ourselves. Yeah, let's go find this fucking treasure.
Well, I need a drink, so I'm going upstairs, and he's gonna toddle off to go get a beer.
After they've left, while we're still seeing Asta, I want to pull out some like sketches of the four of them, and to show them to her and be like, do you recognize any of these? Do any of these seem godly to you?
Nothing that stands out.
No.
There's some violence in there. She looks at like the squid head looking thing with a sword in it and the skull, and she's like, foreboding.
Any familiarity?
I would have told you about I just realised I would have told you about the religious artifact thingy as well. That's got like some magic on it.
Well, I think she
Nothing that stands out.
Seemed to know something about it. So
Thank you. And
I'll
Think on it.
keep thinking on it.
and Sheppard goes to work out, and then pivots to us and be like, you made wings appear. You had wings for a moment there. How did you do that? What was that?
Oh my god.
And talking to you.
Take a breath, Sheppard.
This is when
I
she
didn't do this
opened her
before.
mouth to ask.
Oh!
Oh my fucking god, that's so cool!
She.
Bam.
You can't do this.
Well, it's happened before, but I don't really know the specifics around it, you know? And like, you all seemed more like they weren't fully there, if you know what I mean. Like, you could see they were there, but they weren't fully there. They weren't like full
And she
corporeal.
does say that, yeah, they just like pop off, they just fade away again and she's back to that. Yes. Dissipate. No, they like kind of fold into her back and fade back into nothing. We're all unique. However yours show themselves probably has something to be said about you.
Yours looked a lot nicer than mine did.
I've been working on them.
So,
You know what you are, right?
I know what you've told me. I don't have much of a history, really. Not much in the genetic bank, to be told.
Fucking put that down in the fucking the t-shirt.
I don't know a lot about all the different types and the specifics, but they call us Asimar.
Huh.
I think the captain might have a book on it.
Very good to know. Is that just passed down genetically, or is it like a specific parent thing, or is it just happens sometimes?
Now, above table,
Okay, here we go.
how do you want Asimar to work in miros?
Alrighty. Alright, kids. Steady up.
Thanks,
It's
Dad.
school time. So, Asimar, otherwise known as the Downcast, can come about in many different ways. You can have an angel or a celestial being that has come down, taken a mortal form, and done the diggy with somebody, and thus comes the baby. Or, in some instances, when the gods get a little bit bored from behind the divinity seal, they will bless a bloodline to have celestial powers, just to try and throw off the balance, because the world sucks, and they need soldiers on the floor to fix some shit. So, to see Asimar is quite rare. The more you know, yes. So seeing Asimar is quite rare, and it's actually above table. It's a very big deal when you have two of them in the same spot, because they will both be there for different divine reasons.
Well, if you'd like, we can say you've got the book off the captain, and that's
Yeah.
essentially what you've divined from it.
What a good read.
Apparently, some fat annoying dude read that shit.
This old wise man.
What kind of a name is this fiddle? Jeez.
God, dude.
I'm gonna kick you in the shin.
Good luck. This table's longer than the normal one. I'm glad I didn't end up sitting there.
Over the next few days, so we're about probably 3 days into this journey so far, again, everyone just does a bit more bits and pieces. You guys put to work keeping the ship schmick, cleaning feathers off various areas from the fight. You're helping to tinker a bit. You're helping
standing around
out
looking
on
good.
top, preparing for anything that might happen. We're gonna come to around 4 or 5, and it's late night, dark. You come up on top, and the only person up on top is Archie, and he's staring off the back of the ship.
Yeah, fuck that monkey.
There, underneath.
So we're like
Are
hanging
you-
or something.
Yeah, everyone's just underneath,
Sick.
having, maybe
But
sleeping
I'm
to something. You've gone up to have a look around the ship,
Yeah, just to keep tabs on things.
and he's out there, and he's staring intently to the back. He hasn't noticed you're there yet.
I'd like to roll stealth.
Mm-hmm. What's your passive insight?
Passive insight? 10.
10? Yeah, okay. He's just staring out.
Yeah, I got a no.
Stoic.
However, I would like to stealth for the purpose of finding out what's going on without asking directly. Because, I don't know, they've all seemed mighty helpful, but also with a side of greed. So something could be up. Something could be up. I'd rather hide, see what's going on. If it's cool, it's cool. I just jump out and scare the fuck out of them. That's a 16.
Yeah. I'll say, without worry, because he's distracted and looking out, you can get right up as close as you please to him.
He's just like dead silent. He's just staring out.
He's staring out and up into the clouds. It's very dark up here. He's out at all the lights. Just the dim blue glow coming from the sides of the ship's crystals.
And I can't follow his line of sight in any way, shape, or form.
You can certainly try. Roll a perception check.
So I've noticed us too. Do we know who's offered the money for the treasure?
Oh yeah, who's the benefactor?
You just know it's come from like the combined councils that run the airship trade. So there's a trade route with airships that's run as a combination between multiple of the different governments of the different continents, and they've pulled together a reward, being that this is legendarily going to help someone control the skies. They want that.
Yeah, because if it turns out to be dangerous, that these guys are all about the money, like, would they be willing to destroy it, or like, are they just going to sell it to the highest bidder? Is the thing we
After we've done this thing, I'll let you do some insight checks if you like.
After trying to like follow his line of sight, he remembers he doesn't have dark vision, and he just kind of stands up instead and goes, "So, what are you doing out here?"
I was about to call for you. And he just points up in the clouds. What did you roll for your perception before?
Fucking 6.
6.
They're clouds.
They're not moving like normal clouds. And as he starts to point out, you notice that most of the clouds are moving sort of sideways, and there's this one that seems to be following your trajectory. I spotted it yesterday. Didn't think much of it.
Can I?
It's not very often that a cloud follows you for a day or two. I think we're being trailed.
Knowing that I've heard tales of the captain of the flock before, can I do some sort of possible history check for any other tales of survivors from past attacks from
Sure.
the flock? That's 5. I'm so fucking dumb.
You think back to this time you were sitting in like a tavern with a whole heap of sailors, and then from nowhere, as you're like distracted by some good-looking bulk of a man walking past.
What should we do?
I'll let the captain know. Keep an eye for me. Maybe you should let the captain know. I'll keep the eye out. And he's gonna slide down the ladder next to you, go inside and head in to talk to the captain.
We love a man that accepts his faults.
Not long after that, you notice that like the raucous sounds from underneath and inside go fairly quiet as the rest of you, everyone is alerted subtly, keep it down, dim the lights. You and Tulip go to the engine room and sort of play around and tweak the lights just to dim the crystals a little bit. But what else can you do?
But wait.
Does anybody have any, like, obviously, none of us do discuss this, but anyone with magical means on board to be able to tell, like, discern, is the cloud cloaking like a ship, or is it being used like a scry kind of deal?
If any of you would like to go outside and have a look,
Oh, I mean, Tommy will have a peek.
I mean, yeah.
everyone, or you guys are going to head out.
And
So the captain will as well.
I've got like a spyglass thing we can like pass around.
Very nice. I'll let
Doesn't
everyone
really-
roll perception and advantage then
Oh, sweet.
to see what they can see.
Fuck.
Where was this a minute ago? Fucking nice.
I rolled 18 and then
Well,
Oh,
27.
so natural 20s.
12.
No.
Well, you guys just see clouds. You can see that there is a cloud moving in the wrong direction, but what does that mean? That's weird, but yep, cool. You guys both, this time using the spyglass, can see this very large, unnatural looking cloud formation that is like rolling clouds, but it seems to be rolling underneath itself and pumping back out. Both of you roll Arcana checks.
You got it.
See, that's what I'm good
Natural
at.
1.
3.
You don't know if there is any magic necessary to it. It looks sus as hell, though.
Are you on deck still? This could be our chance.
actually, the captain's going to also look.
Yeah, it'll be better than me.
So we're like, that's a weird cloud. And they're like, that's a
He's
real
really
weird
sus.
cloud.
That's sus.
Cloud, no.
Boot cloud.
He got a 17 for both.
Oh,
So-
good for you.
After you guys are looking at it and hand it over and point it towards, and he... That's not good.
Yeah.
He hands it back to you guys who actually could see it and sort of twist your head a little bit, and you can see just poking out the top a little bit of a mast
There it is.
There it is.
with a slight glow of some kind of arcana. That is a ship, and that is being cloaked.
We know they're following us. They're going to keep following us. If we stay on the course that we're on, they're just going to follow us to where we're going.
They're faster than us, I dare say.
We've still got that fake map? Anyone got a white flag?
White flag.
That we would have to do this at the same time.
Take the arcane batteries out of it.
We might.
The captain stops you and he's like, I don't want them anywhere near this ship.
But we should definitely hide that really
We're
well.
gonna need this later.
Hide.
Hide it really, really
What we need. Go tell Trulip to take maneuver take evasive actions. It's gonna get bumpy.
Yeah, the second he hears the words evasive action, Tommy will start grabbing all the loose shit and
I was
chaining
gonna
it
say,
down.
he turns to you guys,
Hello.
start strapping stuff down.
Yeah. Tommy's got the alert feed, so he's always on.
Yep.
Yeah, Ferret like
Paranoia.
scuttles down.
Looks
the
to
engine
you.
room.
Mental illness.
Move some cannons to the rear,
Ah,
get some men on it.
yep. Rounding up the big, beefy boys who can fire a cannon.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So I'll say we can move a few of the cannons more towards the back. Just
I
because you're
do
going
very
behind.
specifically want to keep that big one at the front.
Bertha.
I don't think that one can move so easy.
Yeah.
It could. You can have
And stand there.
Bruiser tow it along, but it's a bulk.
Big Bertha stays at the front and Gertrude stays at the back.
Birdie and Gertie.
Bertie and Gertie.
But there's not much that can be done.
Yeah.
The captain doesn't want to take on the opponent, but you guys know you are being trailed. So there will be a few rough nights' sleep and things as there's kind of a bit of crazy maneuvers happening as you guys move through.
What's the cloud situation? Like, do we have any cover at all, or is it just like this kind of...
Roll a survival check. And if anyone has any kind of magic or anything they want to do that might do something, by all means.
18.
You can see there's some big storm clouds rolling in one direction.
You fucking just said the magic word, you motherfucker. Thank you.
Other than that, there's lots of mists over the sea below, plenty of cloud cover in general.
Well, I guess our best bet is just head first into the storm. Pretty much, wouldn't it be?
Would you make this common knowledge, everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. Tommy, he's in the very rare instance in his stupid brain, you can tell where he has an idea because he stops.
Can't think and move at the same time.
Nope, all the power goes to this or this. It doesn't work that way. And he stops and he goes, thunderstorm. Like, believe it or not, I can catch electricity.
Also, it doesn't surprise me much.
I know, fucking crazy, right? If we get into that thunderstorm, they know that they will have to visually follow us. They can't just attempt to track us by normal means, so they'll have to follow us into the clouds. If your tulip have anything that can conduct lightning, I can take it and fucking bolt these cocksuckers out of the air.
Tulip's on deck at this point, because it's being called up for things.
We can,
Looks over to you. Dum, dum, dum. This whole ship is going to conduct lightning.
That's good.
But I need it to link to me.
Yeah.
So I can
Big
conduct
metal
it.
pole. Big metal pole.
the,
Passes
the
out in
flag
Japanese.
Yes,
at the start.
exactly.
If you're all at the back at this point, she just grabs your head and turns you around. There's a huge metal crane hanging off one half of this ship.
Tommy gets like the twisted metal smile. He's like, yeah, fuck yeah.
And on top of that, we don't have any masts. They do. Which means they're going to have to be pulling their sails down, and it will be impacting their travel time and ability to maneuver through the
Shoot the
storm.
mast down.
Yeah.
We can't outfly them.
Honestly, no, that's what I'm saying. Is the
mast.
storm very likely going to take their mast out? So they're not going to be wanting to go through a big ass storm with a big mast.
But
Yeah.
here's my. I thought the same thing. Here's my argument. Right? The argument is they're not going to want to go through the storm, but they don't want to risk losing us even more
Oh, 100%.
because the payday's bigger. So if they track us, they have to just deal with the normal storm, which luckily for them, seeing that their ship's mainly made of wood, they're probably not going to get conducted by lightning. However, I want to be struck by lightning, so I can throw a lightning bolt and blow a hole in their ship and watch them sink and burn and die.
Oh yeah, trust me, I'm fully on board with the storm
Excellent.
plan. Also, point of reference, I will be keeping this on me because I cannot think of a better place to store it at the moment. If I go down, you know where to find it.
Sorry.
If I fucking die, please retrieve it.
Please.
Please.
Now, obviously,
Tommy's job.
Where do you think
so
I'm keeping
for
it?
On. She said on her. On.
Yeah, between a tear.
In a pocket.
Why the fuck would you put it there? It could just fall
Because
out.
it might be inconvenient being placed between my tits.
I mean, the safest option.
The captain's just sitting there like,
So above the table for you, Seb, the ability is a telekinetic power called capture energy. It's mainly meant to be for like spells and stuff. But surely if I can do a fucking lightning bolt, I can just throw the lightning
Rule of
spell.
cool.
Yes! Alright, I looked at Tulip and be like, because Tulip is she, her, right? Female?
Yes.
Yep. Be like, what do you say, darling? You want to strike me with lightning?
This will be fun.
I fucking hope so.
Captain, we got you. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's not need a 4.0. I trust you, Tort.
I'll try my hardest, sir. And begin to, with my rope, I will tie myself a safety line to the end of the crane. And yeah, full Treasure Planet,
Treasure Planet!
Morgan style, like abseiling off the side of the crane
Let's
with
swing
my hands out, waiting for lightning. Yeah. When we
So
go
you
into
guys-
the storm glare.
Tulip
think,
goes down below and directs the ship head first
And
into the
while
storm.
this is all going on, Ferret's gonna try to like some kind of like any sort of rubber or leather, whatever, put on like the railings and stuff. So if we do get hit by lightning, we can still get about
Traverse
without getting fried.
Roll a investigation check.
There is no room.
7 + 6.
13.
You find enough to cover, I'll say, like this ladder here and this ladder here, but the other one, so the two at the front and this guy over here, are just going to remain metallic.
Okay.
And then obviously the walls of the whole thing. But enough that you can at least get up and down between those two.
Yeah, she's just sort of
levels.
preparing like we're gonna get hit.
The captain makes a call. Everyone gets to their positions. Tulip is inside, brings you into the engine room to help with what could be madness. Security officer, I'm guessing you'll stay
Up top.
up top with the big cannon.
It might fuck up, but at least it'll be fucking cool.
Yeah.
Navigator will be moved to the front of the ship. Captain will be inside.
So he can die with all his most prized possessions when I knock this ship out of the air.
You're hanging over here somewhere.
Reminds me of Steve Bonnet.
Tulip's inside, sorry, Ferret's inside with Captain. Where's Shep?
I'd say next to a cannon.
You want on the front cannon or one of the rear cannons?
I'll go rear cannon because that's the direction that
This
they're
guy will
coming
be
from.
up on the front cannon just in case, and the healer's inside as well. One of these ones.
Yeah. Okay.
And you guys start steering towards the storm with quite shaky maneuvers. Sheppard,
Sheppard.
I'll have both of you roll dexterity saving throws as you hit the edge of the storm.
Alright. I don't Oh, twice. I got the same thing twice, so that's cool. 26.
21.
Both of you, as you hit the side of this beginning of the storm, the whole ship gets wrenched and you're thrown a little bit from one side. Both of you grab hold of the cannons that you're at and manage to like secure yourselves. But this is gonna get rough.
Tommy's got a cockhead fucking smile. He goes,
Ease.
safety lines.
Yep.
I'm honestly thinking about it.
Tie to the heaviest thing.
If you want to do something, you can.
Yeah. I might do that as well. There's safety line, rope tied to the railing. Third time's a fucking charm.
Beautiful.
Yep, same thing.
Yep.
Got rope.
All right, so there's a bit of rope here, so it's 50-foot rope, so you can both have 25 feet of rope tying you, so you've got like probably a 20
50
foot.
foot of hempen rope in my backpack.
Oh, there you go.
I'll
Yeah.
take the other 50.
Same.
You both got like probably 45 feet then of
Extension
movement
cord.
once it's tied around you and tied around that. So you can move, about this far without having an issue.
Most times I can cut it.
Um,
None of that treasure planet ass having shit.
you
We
see
don't cut the tether.
just before you hit the storm that cloud is rolling still towards you despite the weird movements you guys have taken. Now,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make everyone roll. We're gonna go around the table and do a series of we're not doing against any stats. We just want D20 rolls.
Oh shit.
Essentially
Okay.
luck rolls here.
Okay, who's rolling hot?
So first roll. Jorja, we'll start with you.
17.
All right, so at first, the first big shock of wind hits. The entire ship starts to almost capsize, but you and Tulip manage to correct for the engine, and the gravity well pushes and presses the opposite way and brings the ship back in line. Tommy,
6.
6. With that one, a huge gust of wind comes through again and completely picks you up almost and hurls you back, smashing you into the side.
Ow!
You're going to take
Yeah, I fucking thought so.
8 damage.
I'm just getting fucking bullied. What's 41 take 8?
Be 40 takes 7 is 33.
Right, we've got our calculator over here.
Thank God.
Do you know I'm a physics major? I've got to be good at counting.
Oh,
God,
yeah, fuck.
God bless George's brain.
I can do basic math.
And with that big gust of wind, a couple of these cannons are thrown sort of askew.
Yeah.
I still don't regret this decision.
Nah.
We made a good call here.
Jorja.
17.
17. All right, so yeah, you're up at the cannons. Again, another big shock of wind comes up from underneath and almost starts to, all the cannons lift because the ship goes up and drops. You manage to grab a couple of the things around and keep them secure, stopping any major damage being caused by loose cannonballs and things like that. And finally, Bailey.
That's a 3, boss.
Boss. Hey, boss.
The first lightning strike comes down towards the ship, smashing this cannon
Cody.
and knocking you back prone. Make a dex saving throw to see if you go prone or if it just knocks you back, actually.
12.
12? No, you're prone and take 8 points of lightning damage.
Good job.
You good? You good there, His?
Did the can just fall off
Just
the
kinda
ship
looking.
entirely?
It got blown the fuck up.
A little bit
It
crispy.
exploded.
Little bit
Oh,
steamy.
damn.
Push me.
So you're now short one of your mortar cannons. Final check will be made by the captain. Natural 20.
Yeah.
So
The cannon
charging
comes back.
forwards, that overall brings you guys to 3 successes, 2 failures, so you pass the overall
Thank
test.
fuck.
Yes.
And
Sorry.
seeing a big crack of lightning pulling through the clouds in front of him, he manages to make the calls and the ship just bursts aside before a carpet of lightning springs above you guys, just not quite enough to do destructive damage.
Hell yeah.
Now, Tommy's sitting off the side.
Climb my fucking busted ass.
I
back on the
need
thing.
Tommy to make a perception check to see if he can see this opposing ship coming through the storm.
That was going to be my next question. 17 on the die, plus 3, that's dirty 20, baby.
Yep. Tommy, you, the whole time, despite being launched around and smacked into the side of the ship, as you come back around, you lock your eyes back in and you see that unnatural rolling cloud moving into the storm. Lightning crashing all around you, but nothing close enough to grasp just yet.
Above or below?
Above.
I'll yell out. If would anyone inside the ship be able to hear me if I'm like screaming at the top of my lungs?
You can certainly try.
I'd probably yell to because I feel like on the top deck, the person who's probably going to have the best way to contact everyone else would be Bruiser, right? Because he's the closest to me, because I'm on the crane. So Bruiser, yeah. I'll shout to Bruiser and yell, get them to like lift the crane up. Be like, lift the crane up, I need height! As I'm like trying to like stick my hand out to like draw the lightning in.
Bruiser's gonna sort of lean over the side and start smacking the axe against the side.
More strength.
And shouting like as loud as he can, at which point I'll say, like the cook sort of pops his head out of one of the doors. The fuck do you want? Send the crane up. I'll have you roll for you and Tulip as you guys are running the machines inside.
And what am I?
Go an intelligence check.
22.
22. You hear what's going on and run to the section without even having to be told. Pull on a lever, the chains start, and you get pulled directly up at the top of this crane.
Sick.
And you're sort of hanging off to the side, looking out for the lightning, holding your magic.
I basically just go, not even magic, psionics bus. So I start pulling. Anyone on the outside could see it. It's like a little bubble going in. So I basically made like a sinkhole in my hand, like a black hole in my hand, like trying to pull.
I'll have you roll a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. Well, that is lightning bolt, so that is fair. 7 plus 6. 13. Yep.
The lightning, like, carpets through the sky. Like when you see it really just take an entire cloud, not just one bolt, but it starts to pull together above Tommy, and
hell yeah.
You are able to redirect this, but you are going to take damage.
I take half damage with this, and the remaining half goes to the ship when I hurl it back at them. And if it's a lightning bolt, it's a 100-foot line.
Well, that's a total of 30 damage.
So I take.
So you take 15.
So 33 take 15 would be 17? 18? 18. I've got 18 HP. I'm fucked up.
I will say the full amount of damage will get transferred through because it goes through you and sent on. It doesn't just stop with you.
Conduces through the ship and then goes back out like a full
so
circuit.
The whole ship.
Hell yeah. If anyone has seen any of the Infamous games, when the main guy Cole would like pull energy from Transformers on like power lines, that's what it looks like. It's like I'm forcing it to follow a natural path into my palm.
Now I'd like you to make an attack roll.
My SPAC.
So what is your spell attack?
My power attack bonus is +7.
Beautiful. This is to see how well you direct
Do I get advantage at all? Because I'm fucking getting helped by people. No? Okay.
Yeah,
16. 16 plus 7.
Yeah, oh fucking hey. 15 was what you needed to hit. So.
Sweet Jesus.
So you take this and hurl it up into those clouds that you can see. Who else is looking up in that direction at this point?
I'm literally you guys
prime spray paint in my mouth.
Well, I'd say then Sheppard and Tommy both see, as this goes up and disappears into the cloud of what's been following you, a huge eruption of like orange and blue lights as the cloud cover.
Hell yeah.
and you see the masts of a huge pirate ship burning. And it starts to pull back.
Oh god. If you can do that again, aim for the stones. I said if.
Are you going to try again?
I don't know if I can fucking handle that. Can I get...
Can I?
Yeah, I don't know if I can do that again.
No, that's cool.
Can I pull myself off my ass? And,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, wait, what's...
I got a potion if you
But
want
then-
it.
Yeah, give me.
Everyone has a potion.
I was talking to Tommy, but
That's what I mean.
How
Okay,
far
cool.
I'm
is
gonna
the
get it
ship
to
at
him.
this
Just
current
checking.
point?
No, I'm gonna.
I know the
stop.
lightning bolt doesn't obey the mechanics of the game because it's like natural lightning, but how far is this ship now that I can actually see it?
Apparently, I'm an ass.
It's like 500-ish meters away. Like,
So definitely not 120 feet.
no.
No, okay. Because I can throw other, like, powers out, but I can't. I don't think I can.
They've
do
been
another
keeping enough
lightning bolt.
distance to just be able to sort of track you guys and hope that you hadn't noticed them.
Yeah, I can't conduce another lightning bolt. That will kill me. Like, I'll fucking die. Straight up.
But what if I like parkour feed you some potions? You think you could do it again?
Oh, man, I'll give it a go. Fucking blimey. He's draped
I'll
over
get you
the
to
crane.
roll a perception check.
14.
You can still see electricity crackling through that crane. There's rubber on this guy and this guy to climb up and down the ladders. That ain't protected.
Ooh, that's bad for you.
I'll
Is
say
there
for the
any-
sake of game, Tommy's kind of wrapped himself in a way that he's not going to be getting shocked while he's up there because he's using it. But
He's just hanging like this by the waist because he's like fucked up.
how?
Can I rip some of the rubber off to hold in my hand? Just enough to coat the palm of my hand. Pull out one of the javelins and just kind of like touch it to the edge in the hopes of, I don't know, progressively diffusing the lightning coating the ship.
like, if you're trying to do that, honestly, it would just sort of take a little bit of it into the javelin tip. It's probably not going to
Yeah, not too much.
do anything much. Like, if you were to do that and then stab someone straight away, I might give you like an electricity,
Yeah.
like a damage bonus or
And
something.
they're too
but-
far away to throw it.
We could always like tie some rope to the bottles and just lower them down.
I really.
But he's all the way
Tommy's,
out
and this is
here.
up. This has been
Oh,
pulled up,
shit.
so Tommy's like up higher.
It's pretty
Actually,
nice
we'll
to
just
some
do it.
potions then.
Target practice?
How long do you reckon does it look like the storm's gonna be around for a minute?
A little while.
You reckon if you have a short break you try again?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect.
And the other shit, it's
Just hear
like
me
the
out.
masters.
Oh my
just,
God,
like,
I gotta roll.
Burning. Yeah, and it's
We could
disappearing
just-
further and further away
We could
as it
just
looks
sink
like
those
they're not
motherfuckers.
able to chase you guys
Yeah,
now,
right
right
in the
now
stars.
because
send them right down.
their
Send
means
them.
of
Watch them
propulsion
knock them
is
to their
burning.
knees.
Can
Get
we
them in the
tell
stones.
from this
Family
distance what
jewels.
type of ship? Like it's not the flock, is it? Like would we?
It is absolutely the
It is
flock.
the
You see the same
Oh,
now that
iconic.
their cloud shroud has disappeared. You can see that flag with the blood wing symbol.
it's the same one.
You can see a few at the distance. Well, you see look small, but there are like other Aarakocra birds like flying up trying to put this fire out.
God.
Right.
Sheppard, when you yell at Tommy, you would notice that he's starting to bleed out his nose again.
Alright.
Yeah.
Might give that a minute then.
I took 3 strain. I failed that roll. I can cop 11, so I'm okay. But
It's
it
not
fucking
great.
hurts.
Yeah.
What was that?
What was what?
What was it? You fucking don't fucking start with me, fella. Don't
You
pull
guys
that
are
shit
still
off
in
me.
a lightning storm.
Don't pull that shit off me, dude.
I have a way to get the potions down. That's probably gonna be safer. But if I do that now, then I can't do it later, and I might need it later. So I think we should hold off for now because you're not in any shape to be doing anything.
Should we at least reel him in?
Want to be
Yeah.
reeled in?
Crack.
I think we should.
Another lightning bolt strikes the front area of your ship, like right
Ah.
down in the front near where Old Mate is. A small fire starts at the front of the ship on the wooden areas, and all of these external areas are reinvigorated with electricity. The captain leans out the door. Can we get the fuck out of this storm yet?
Do we have a sense that that ship is breaking off, or are they still attempting to follow us?
They are unable to
mast is,
follow.
Up in flames, they're trying to put the
Ah.
They're trying to take care of that. And being a classic airship, that's their method of propulsion.
I think we're good.
We should just, at least duck underneath the storm.
Descend it, yeah.
Get out of the clouds.
At least so we can get into the rain, and then we'll put the fire out as well.
And it'll,
I'll
Bring it
have you and
if
Tulip
we need to
both
later on,
roll
we can
a
always
check.
do
So just a straight roll.
16.
And 19. So you guys just work together, passing around and underneath, over top, just moving through, doing what you need to do to bring the ship down to a lower level.
Or maybe above the clouds so we're not getting lightning down. But we can still duck into it if we need to.
Whatever you guys want to do.
I think that's probably safer because we can duck back into it, but if we're underneath, we're still
Lightning
at
is
risk
still-
of lightning.
Alright, and now you guys can go up and you're sitting just above this storm. So now you're travelling along, there's still a fire at the front. I'll say a couple of other crew are coming out and doing their best to take care of that. You're surveying the damage, you've lost a cannon at the back, a few little bits and pieces of cops and stuff.
You've just jogged my memory, and above the table for you, because this has never happened in our game before, but if you fly above cloud cover in miros, you can actually see the sun and the moons properly.
Oh, that's so neat.
You can't see them under the
Yes, because
Yeah.
it's so
It's so cloud
overcast.
cover. Literally think that scene from the third Matrix movie where they break the artificial clouds and you can see the sun. You can't see the suns and the moons below.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So suddenly you
And
guys
and
are...
it would look like
Yeah,
we actually
an ocean
were
of
on
clouds.
the ocean.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, it
On
looks
the
like you're above a
storm.
sea of clouds that is just... and lights are flashing up. And you can see in the back, further back, the orange burn of the fire of their ship as you're slowly getting further and further away.
Anyone who sees Tommy hanging by the waist of this rope just goes and begins to attempt to reel himself up.
I'm gonna help.
The claw!
Don't touch the metal yet.
No shit.
I'll say it's been long enough now that that's
Cool.
going to have dissipated. You guys got out of the storm, passed the checks required, and have managed to, at the absolute least, slow your pursuers down.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah. Well, for a while, because I have to put the fire out and figure out how to fix their sails and go with
Is
it.
there anything you guys would like to do?
Start putting everything back where it's supposed to be.
And putting the
Yeah.
fires out.
Yeah.
You can arrange those cannons on top however you would like, being a securities officer. You can pick how you want them to be laid out in preparation for anything else.
Tommy is
Can we,
going.
fix the one that got destroyed?
Cody.
Not likely.
It was pretty bad.
It now looks like a
I
fire.
will allow, considering there's still a couple of days now of off time, for you to roll a collection of intelligence checks.
How many to?
We'll roll for each day. So for the first day, you two are working on it.
6.
A 6. Not much gets done on that
Dickens,
first day. It seems
Everyone's tired.
pretty trashed. Second day,
Worse.
no, you needed 2 out of 3 to succeed.
Alright.
You are unable to fix that rear cannon.
Hey, Bruiser, buddy, pal, friend. Want to help me lift one of these ballistas up on top?
You know what?
Alright.
And he
Teamwork
will just
makes the
throw
dream work.
one over his shoulder and then climb up like one-handed.
God, he's so shredded. He's just so strong.
Thanks, bud. You're the best. I didn't want to break your metal.
That's all right, little one.
Light bones.
Yeah.
My shins hurt.
I'll
This is
say
what they
whenever,
got me for.
say whenever
I
we're
still
not
think I
doing
could beat you in an armor.
I want to see that happen.
He pulls up a barrel.
Oh, there it
It's
is.
in front of you. All right, strength check.
Dirty 20.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Wow.
Roll again. 21.
Fuck, you got me.
Oh, he pushes you right down. You're like, you're at the 45-degree angle. 22. Maybe next
Best
time.
out of 3.
We got work to do. I'll get you later. And he walks off and
His
just picks up the
pride's
barrel
hurt.
under one arm, like, yeah, I got this.
Tommy goes downstairs. He goes to the captain, still blasted as fuck. Permission to raid the liquor cabinet. Sir.
Come with me, son.
Thank fucking
He takes you
God.
into his private quarters where he's got like one of those globes that open up full of like really high-end
Okay, Winston
booze.
Churchill, Jesus Christ.
It's a map of Miros though, we've got that difference. He pulls out like a very nice looking like glass decanter of some kind of high-end whiskey and just hands the whole thing to you. You go, nah.
Let's make a constitution save. That's a 2. Yeah, he gets like one mouthful and the shit is burned. He's like, yeah, that's the one. Thanks. And then gets up and leaves and then goes to bed.
Gets just the nod from the captain. So yeah, there's about 2 or 3 more days until you guys hit that first island on the list. Like on your direction. Is there anything you guys want to do in this time?
Whenever we're not working, Sheppard's just sitting at the railing with the feet hanging through the railing and sitting around it right on the very edge. Because you're on a sea of clouds. She's never been this high before. And with all this new knowledge buzzing around in her head, just looking at sketches of things, looking specifically at this and like at the thing at the bottom of it with the clouds and the sea, and just thinking about different perspectives and being that high up that you could see something so strangely. In the clouds.
Roll a religion check.
Religion. Okay.
In a minute.
A natural 1.
Natural 1. You're just dazed by the beauty and being able to see the moon and the stars and the sun completely as you're above the cloud layer. Yes.
I rolled a 19 on a stealth.
Fucking you.
God damn this flamboyant bird.
And constant vigilance, always watching my
Yep.
Should have taken the alert feed.
Alright. What are you doing?
Watching.
Just watching.
Yeah, just comfortably watching from a distance.
Listening in on doors, watching people.
No, specifically
Voyeur bird.
specifically keeping an eye on this one who's playing with the item that they
Well, not
kind
necessarily
of...
the item, but like draw sketches of the thing. So just
Okay.
looking at like a piece of paper of it. I'm not stupid
Okay.
enough to be being like, oh, look at this thing we need.
Sure.
I don't know what your intelligence score is. I would be
Maybe
doing that if it were me.
Maybe dumb,
Shiny
not
thing.
stupid. There's limits.
But he's also genuinely just... You're sitting on the edge, I'm going to keep an eye on you because I can kind of fly but not really, just in case you somehow fall off.
Wow, you think I'm obsessed?
At least I didn't get locked in the captain's quarters.
Sheppard's just
I'll have you know, I got liquor because I literally threw a bolt of
To
fucking
loosen
lightning.
up.
I'm assuring you right now, the lightning bolt loosed me up.
I'm sure you and the captain had a great night.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Sparks fly.
I'm imagining that Hiskin's flying is like a chicken coming out of a tree and it just kind of
Absolutely.
No,
That is very accurate.
Hiskin's a fucking red angry bird.
Alright, so after a few days, you guys make your way and you hit that first island, which then is a change of trajectory.
Mhm.
It's a couple more days till that next island,
You know, hit
but as you do travel
and I lose my
due
strength.
east from there, you come across another island that matches the shape of the other glowing one on your map to then start heading directly south. I'll have Hiskin roll a perception check.
Thank God there's so many days between because I'm like, oh good, I'm not dying. I'm gonna die again.
I perceive you're gay. I got an 11.
Yeah, okay. Looking out, checking things, don't see anything out of the usual. Seems like you guys might be in the clear.
Can someone else come have a look? I didn't see the cloud last time.
You've been swapping lookout duty with Archie on and off. Neither of you have spotted anything suspicious.
So,
We trust Archie Joseph.
As you guys now give your third bearing to head due south from this final island, you have about a day roughly till you hit the next and final point.
have we stayed at this altitude?
Have you guys stayed at this altitude?
I think Tommy likes it, but I don't know what the captain will want.
Yeah, I guess it's sort of up to the captain. I mean, yeah, what is the cloud situation? It's just cloudy all the time. Yeah.
It's always very cloudy in Miros.
I assume we would have gone past most of the storm by now.
Yeah, we would have had
Yes.
to descend to find the island anyway, so we
I
would
think,
be back under.
Yeah, it makes sense to not maybe because if they go above the clouds and we're just totally in the open, so it makes sense to sort of
Staying in the
That's
mid
not what I'm worried
clouds.
about. What I'm worried about is not
us
just
not
that,
seeing stuff.
but they could be following us directly beneath us, but we can't see them because we're one, too high up, and two, enjoying the view.
Yeah. No, we can. Yeah, if the storm's sort of not as raging, we can definitely dump back down.
You guys will have passed out of the storm like after the next day.
Yeah, I guess we. Yeah, so we can keep an eye on the
There's
islands.
always storms
and
sort
try to
of
hide in the
somewhere
clouds as well.
as you
Yeah.
look out, but no, you're not moving straight
It
through
always
that
sucks,
anymore.
Yeah, I think once the storm was over, we probably would have come back down.
So you've got, probably less than a day. Archie comes around and lets you all know we're getting close. Prep yourselves.
While we were above the clouds, what did the moon sun situation look like?
This is fun for me. So the sun, it's so bright that the clouds look like they're made of gold when you're above the cloud line. When the moons come out, the main moon is a large lunar white. There is a secondary moon, which is a slightly blue hue, but beneath the second moon, I want to say their names, but I can't remember them from my exact memory, and they're very Grecian inspired, so they're very hard to say. Behind the blue moon, there is the ever so faint red tint of the third moon, which is the blood moon, which only comes out once every 137 years. So at night time, the clouds will absorb the white and the blue light, and it looks like a sea of like glowing fungus, like weird bumps that catch and transmit all the light, and it's then the star. There's so many stars, like more than what you would ever perceive to be. Like is even in comparison to like our modern day fucking galaxy. But yeah, it's beautiful. And yet, where you would find Tommy, actually, most of it would be upstairs, as high as you can get.
Now, I will also say what you were saying earlier about wanting to determine the inner workings of the crew and what they would do in certain circumstances. Over this last, like, say, 3 or 4 days that it's taking you to get this rest, like, you can have gone through each of the crew to try and determine. So I'll have you roll a series of insight checks. Now, are you doing this with anyone else, or is this just you doing
would you
this?
tell us?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm actually going to give an ability for you that will. It is called Clarity. You touch one creature and help them enter a state of intense focus for the duration. The target has advantage on ability checks and attack rolls. It only lasts for a minute, so basically when I know you're going to start interrogating people, I'll do that for you.
I was going to say, if everyone's helping anyway, I'll give you advantage on all of these rolls because
Oh, sick then.
everyone's kind of
Yeah.
prodding over the
I
week.
don't want to bleed anymore.
Yeah, I think we
In
probably
fact,
would have had a
We'll go
discussion
around and
with,
everyone can do some rolls because there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 crew.
I think, yeah, we would have been off investigating everyone, been like, okay, let's try and
So-
fix that.
Start with your roll. You,
Investigation.
who would you like to be
Oh,
investigating?
I got an 8 anyway, so.
Who would you be investigating?
You have advantage.
Oh yes. Probably. I guess maybe the captain, because he'd probably be the one making like the big decisions. But then we also got to figure out if any of the others would. Oh, no, even worse.
Alright. I will say you still get the same idea from him that he's just a boyish, still a child at heart. has been a bit probably sheltered and has put together this ship and this whole thing as a way of just trying to seek out adventure. Cody.
Alrighty.
Who would you like to investigate?
Tommy is going to go talk. Who does Tommy want to talk to? Tommy, I think, would actually go and talk to Tulip because I feel like there's a little bit more rapport there now, being closer with Ferret. So we'll do that. 17 on the die. Just is a 17.
Tulip seems absolutely innocent. She's there to... She's had the captain, who seems like they have a friendship, an existing relationship of some type, has given her the means to tinker and experiment and play. She's not there for the treasure. She's there to test her creation in the world, which is this ship and this engine.
Tommy thinks that's tight as hell. The cool adventure. Yeah. I'll relay that back to Ferret and the team.
Okay. Sheppard.
I'd probably go to Asta.
Yep.
The rapport there as well.
Maybe you have advantage.
I do roll with advantage, just because one of them was a 7. What was it?
Just tell me what you're...
On the die, 19.
oh yeah, and what were we saying? It was
Insight.
Insight, sorry.
Inside?
It was
Oh,
inside,
26.
26.
Yeah.
I read your mind.
You have a more in-depth conversation after finding out that little bit of information that you did about, you know, what you guys both are. And you don't get the specific details, but she's here. There's something divine at play. It's good intent, but it's more than just she was hired. Or, you know, some strings of fate were pulled for her to line up on this ship.
I have a question about ASMRs. So, obviously they're from divine lineage. Is there specific divine lineages? Like, would there be ASMRs from like the House of Chorus or something? You know what I mean?
Yes, but that is so much research that an Asimar would have to do to find out.
Yeah, fair
I
enough.
feel like,
Cool.
and I've never actually thought of this on the full like spectrum of it, but I think the only time an Asimar would really know where they come from is if they were of probably the tainted one, which is Asmodeus, the devil. I know, hot.
Honestly, you probably wouldn't even have an SMR then, because it'd probably be tiefling, right? If it's...
Infernal.
Well, yeah, yes and I guess yes and no. I guess it kind of depends. Like they're gods, they can, you
True.
know, they're all powerful, but they're not all knowing. Right? So
Yeah.
they're wankers.
Yeah. So yeah, unless there's been intervention from your god,
Cool, interesting. Good to know. Oh, sweet.
you know, unless that person has reached out and said that you were to serve them or something along those lines.
So it wouldn't
or
present in any certain way.
nothing obvious.
Yeah, cool. Sweet.
When speaking to Asta, what you do pick up, roll a religion check.
Okay. Every time. Is that 3?
A 3 or a 30?
It's a 3.
Oh, 3.
Yeah.
No, she has a symbol around her neck and she's a cleric, but you don't recognize that symbol.
Tracks. Okay.
Who would you like to target? Navigator, straight to Archie. Alright.
Archibald.
You and he have been spending a lot of time looking out and checking things, so you've had the opportunity to chat with him and watch him. And
Kind of suss me out, get vibe for him. It's flat 18.
18. He's grumpy, but he's here to do a job. He's keen for the money, but no more than a sailor offered a bonus if they get
Have they been at sea too long?
at air.
Yeah, same thing.
Skywater.
Yeah, look, he's just a grumpy dude. It seems like
Relatable.
So he needs to get laid.
100%.
Okay.
A bit down on himself, so he kind of
He's
takes it
giving
out on
mad
other people.
head vibes. Can't do it.
Finally, you've got Bruiser and the cook. Who would like to, or who thinks that they would, for some reason, be, the ones to approach them?
I can harass Bruiser.
Yeah, do you want to roll?
I'll probably talk to the cook over there.
We'll jump over to you talking to the cook first. So roll with advantage.
17. Ooh, even better. 22.
Yeah. You're hanging out with the cook one night as he's, preparing things, and he's had a few too many drinks, and he starts to spill that he used to be a part of a pirate crew, and he'll take where the money is. He's sick of his life of spilling blood. He just wants to prepare food, but he wants to get rich. But there's no morals to take him either way. He'd go whichever.
I don't get the idea that if everyone else was like, no, we've got to do the right thing, would he be like, fuck that, I want the money? Or would he
He'd
be
do
like,
whichever thing he
okay,
thinks
okay,
is best for his best interest would be his
his own
choice.
best interest.
He's his number one.
Okay.
And you were going
He's
to
the
do Bruiser?
Yeah.
I was gonna say that just set off the alarm bell. What we were talking about earlier, I was like, this guy.
Yeah, he's the one that's going to do us over.
Hey Bruiser, buddy, pal, friend. I forgot what I was going to ask you. I'll be back. Double twos.
You want to wrestle again?
Yeah.
Bless this man. Bless this big cow man.
You're so sweet.
He's a gentle giant.
Okay, yeah, you don't really pick up much. He just seems like a big dumb idiot.
A lovable
Kid.
idiot.
Kid.
Yeah, so I'll say overall, you really do get the feeling there's a sense of wanting adventure. The money is always going to drive a lot of people. It's why they're out here working these risky jobs. There's no real deep moral heart to this group. Ass is probably the most on the moral, but again, there's some divine reason they're there, and it could be either way. You can't quite tell what exactly that is. But honestly, these crew, you could kind of shape their decision making based on what information you share, how you interact with them, what opportunities you present to them.
Oh, damn. Do we all reconvene? I guess, like, at the end of the final day before we land. Okay. We'll all sneak into the room.
You're about 8 to 10 hours probably away from your destination. It's coming up dark early the next morning.
Early morning, yeah.
You will, or probably through the night, you'll come to the island.
So I guess before we go to sleep, so we can be fully rested before we go in. What we think? Tulip seems fine.
Yeah, I trust Julep. Cook might be a bit of a dark horse. He's definitely in it for the money. So we just have to see how it goes. But I'd be wary of his intent at the end of all of this.
Excellent. Crush him first.
Us is probably the best person I've met in my whole life. I don't think her intentions are necessarily here in the money. There's something beyond that. I don't know what it is. But I don't think it's malicious. I don't think there'll be any problem in terms of
Archie's just a grumpy old soul. He needs to get laid.
Could have told you that for free.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock, right?
Okay, so...
And Bruce is a saint.
we
Not allowed to hurt him.
Bruce is great. I love Bruce.
why would that reason?
Exactly.
Bruce has been fucking swell. That's all I'm
How
saying.
could you hurt Bruce?
Okay, so...
Oh, we forgot about swing.
Vicious mockery.
Swing!
Swing! Shit! The cat! We didn't ask the cat! cat.
As you shout out to swing, he's in your room. He sort of just pops out from like a little like weird air vent thing.
I'm gonna give this monkey a tumor. Like, I hope you understand that. I'm gonna kill this monkey.
Can I, like, offer to hold the monkey? Please. I'd like to be friends with the monkey.
Oh, absolutely. Roll an animal handling check.
That's a 13.
What do you do to coax him into your arms?
Just like,
Six points of
He
damage.
jumps down and just lands and kind of runs up around your neck and sits on your shoulder.
fuck yeah, I didn't get stabbed.
I would love to pet that cat.
Do you want to go looking for the cat?
Can I pet the cat?
You can go find the cat.
Tommy's gonna go for a walk.
Oh, Tommy, what's wrong? Aren't we all friends here?
So I would just love the opportunity
Fuck that
to
monkey.
pet the cat while staring very directly into Hiskin's eyes. So amazing.
Hey, Mark, could you still have that knife? Can you shake the cat?
Roll an animal handling.
That's a 22.
He skins the cat.
Disappears into the vents. Have you gone looking for the cat?
Let's say yeah.
Roll a investigation check.
Oh no, what do I set up?
Investigation 15.
15. You find the cat
Oh,
hanging out around the cook's area trying to get any scraps that they can. And you hear this through the vents. And suddenly comes out with the knife towards the cat. Are you going to try and
can
do
I
anything?
intervene?
Yes, you can roll a dex saving throw.
Oh, fuck you. It's a 11.
11. Oh, nat 1 from the monkey.
You
So
kick
the monkey comes flying in and you just grab the monkey by like the back of the scruff or something.
Chuck it back in the vent.
I say he lost his knife in amongst that as well.
Good.
That's not very nice. You're better than this. No.
So sort of just trots back into the vents. Comes back to you with like a disappointed.
Sheppard.
Yeah, he makes hands to like the hat with the feather.
Yeah. Buddy, me too.
I hate this monkey more
Flutters
than
into
I hate
your
the
head.
tail of the dragon. I do. I'll take 100 Jabberwockies over this fucking monkey.
Oh.
Can we appreciate the flipped nature of this duo?
A monkey on the shoulder of a
Bird.
bird. Yep. All right. So yeah, it's coming in tonight, and I guess you guys all have your last meal. The captain sort of has everyone around, and you're all poisoned.
Told you we gotta keep an eye on the cook.
You've all done well.
I was too worried about the cat.
I was in the cake the whole time.
We should approach the island just before first light. We'll make camp along the coast and see. You know, we'll pick a team, we'll send you guys in and hopefully find this treasure.
Oi, 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 oi.
You're only on single whiskey rations tonight. We need you all clear in the morning.
Fucking boo, boo. The crowd hates that, boo.
Rest up. Well, at this point in the journey, yeah, you're on the jerkies and like like a tub of oranges or something, or but potatoes and jerky. It's very basic food. Is
Tommy divvies up his rations between the group because he grew up in lower socioeconomic climate, so he can go a little bit without food.
Inspiration.
I've already got it.
Well,
I've saved it.
you can only have it once.
Yeah, exactly right.
Upon receiving part of your rations, I just hand you part of my rations back. Because there's enough to go around, there's no reason for you to
Just in case we get fucking blown up or something.
Oh.
The cook mercilessly kills the captain with a hatchet.
What happened there was the monkey attempted to steal the rations that were handed out by you,
I would have
but
Cyclops being that
failed
monkey.
miserably.
Yeah, I think-
He ran through and tried to grab it and sort of trips on
By
something.
the end of this trip, I'll kill that monkey. He runs across, he's just like he doesn't give a shit.
And
I'll tear this fucking
as
ship
the
in
night
twain.
comes
Father.
to an end, I guess you all go to your bunks.
Yep.
As you all fall asleep, knowing that the next morning you've reached this destination, Ferret holding the map, feeling the blood on the side, has the thought of, I'm going to do this. This one's for you.
Yeah,
Tommy is trying to think of how he can kill this monkey.
Thanks to mum and dad.
Sheppard, I imagine, is still playing with this magic wand, trying to figure out exactly what's going on, but also has this distracted thought of the Asimar and finding out a bit more about who they are.
Thoughts about that clone. Lots of
And what would Hiskin be doing or thinking as they're laying in bed on the final night?
We want to tell you, but this is a family show.
Don't usually be
Still
like.
go? Oh no.
Honestly,
Reloading.
that's probably what he is doing. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
No, honestly, he's probably just excited to see what happens next. One of those humble expressions from someone who's kind of seen some shit, but excited to see how fucked up that shit's gonna get at his hands.
So the lot of you slowly drift off to sleep. A slight rocking of the ship as it goes through what is a fairly calm night. And fade into dreams. You're all knocked sideways as the ship has like a 45-degree angle, and
Fucking
you're all
hell.
knocked from your beds. It is the very beginnings of the sun starting to come out, that barely light in the sky. Like there's no sun yet, but you can see the light starting to appear over the horizon sort of outside. And you can tell something has just struck the ship. And a bell starts ringing.
Oh god.
All hands! And we're gonna go on a quick break.
Oh god.
shit.
Another one.
Tomes and Tales RPG presents Fight and Flight, an airship's adventure. And we'll be back for the final installment.